Hey folks, what's going on? It's Friday, the 24th, and this will be a music talk. Although it's always talk, I appreciate the interactions that occurred from my last music video. Yeah, and it is true that the way things are is the way that they're going to be. Just for my own sanity, I have to speak out, and so I do, and it's interesting. I always know, not always, but I knew that in that last video that I would say certain things and then I would answer the queries because I knew they would come, and they did, but I had already addressed it, but they came anyway. But that's the nature of communication, isn't it? So this is primarily about music because I have bought some records. I'll start with this one because I really wanted it. Let me turn this down so I don't have to deal with copyright, because I probably will. There's enough of this is played that I'll get a copyright notice. Such bullshit. Scott Walker and Sunn, Soused. I picked it up. It was $39. That's a major purchase right now. And what is the verdict? I'm going to put it in perspective like this for those that watch me. I just love how when I open it, that crack. I love that. One of the other new albums that I've recently bought was Opeth's new album, Pale Communion. And I just bought this yesterday, and I've already played this all the way through a couple of times and repeated a couple of sides. This speaks much louder to me. It's not in comparison musically, but as far as how it hits me, does it resonate? Does it feel? Oh, does it connect? This connects immediately. There's something, I actually bothered to read the lyrics. It takes a while to decipher, so I don't quite understand yet. I get some of it viscerally right away. But the quality of Scott Walker's voice and the place from which he uses it always catches me. It's like, it's that what I just did, it's just like I respond, I never think about it. The marriage between Scott Walker's voice and the music of Sunn makes complete sense. You sound fantastic. Matter of fact, I like many subtle aspects of the sound of Sunn that are brought out on this album. We all know that they come from a metal background and that the guys can really play, that that they can do more than just make those big noises, those drones. And they really do. They've done it on a lot of records. But this one is excellent. I really like the way that they use sound to bring alive the things that Scott is singing about. Fetish comes to mind right away. That's the sound of knives tearing, it's fantastic. I had to have this, it was expensive, and it's just the way it is. But do I give this a thumbs up? Do I like this as much as Bish Bosh? I think I might like this better, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like shit. Played side 3, and I started it over. And Lullaby is not an easy ride, but it's chilling. Lullaby on this. So, Scott Walker, Sunn, 4AD. You got another big thumbs up over here. Yeah. I stopped at Hip Stop Records yesterday, and Jesse called me today, and they got some things that I want, I'm, really hoping the best for the shop, So they got in a couple things that I want, and thankfully Jesse kept the prices down for me, because that's what I got to have. Tears and Laughter, Dollar Brand. If you know Abdullah Ibrahim, Dollar Brand, both are the same person. Pianist of extraordinary taste on Inner City. Big thumbs up. I also picked up Hampton Hawes. This is a a little less of what I like in general. It's pretty bluesy, but it's on the Arista Freedom label. A little Copenhagen night music. Hampton Hawes. Arista Freedom, or the Freedom label, not Arista Freedom, but the Freedom label, which Arista did a deal with back in the 70s. Highly recommend. You can find these a lot of times cheap. You can find them cut out promos where they never even made it, where they hardly even sold any. That's how I find a lot of these. Collectible, to me, a good label, good quality. I just started to play this, so, I only heard Now Is the Time by Charlie Parker on here. So I'm sure there's some good stuff on here. Dexter Gordon's on here. So, Jesse called me today. He had gotten in some stuff from the spot. And so I finagled because I know that he's getting the stuff super cheap and I want it cheap too, So I picked up some things. 12-inch single by Single Gun Theory on the Network label. I like this band, Single Gun Theory. Is this still the 80s or are we getting into the 1992? Surrender. Some remixes. This one I'm real happy with. Real happy with this one, Jesse. Thank you. Meat Beat Manifesto, a 12-inch single, Prime Audio Soup on Trent Reznor's Nothing Net label. What I especially am happy about on here is that there's a Boards of Canada remix on here of Vegetarian Soup. Boards of Canada remix. Also, the Herbalizer does a remix on here too, but it's the Boards of Canada that really makes this special. He also had he had some DJ Club 12 inches in that where some DJ had gotten rid of because they're pretty beat and well used, but I got another Meat Beat Manifesto. I like Jack Danger's. Classic Asbestos Lead Asbestos remixes. This is a nice on Play It Again Sam import pressing. Happy to get this. As we were working out the deal, he threw this in, which I'm happy, Olatunji, Drums of Passion. This came out in 1959. This is a reissue. Of course it's been... And then this was interesting. Whoever owned this, this is a playbill from the Omaha Junior Theater, 1980. Amy Gifford Children's Theater. There's two of them inside of here, so... I'm going to leave it with it. Whoever owned this album, it's something significant about that. But this is fantastic. Percussion. Olatunji. Music of Upper Amazon. And this is cool. Maybe I can play this without any interference. And this one looks and plays like it's new. Like someone bought it, cracked the plastic on it and never played it. Yeah. The real surprise find of the bunch, the real nice surprise of the bunch that Jesse got in today was this. Beats. A collection of jazz songs. This is real nice. We got Fred Frith, Clubfoot Orchestra, Sunn O, Rova Saxophone Quartet, Tom Cora, Anthony Braxton, Snakefinger, Winston Tong. Just played the first couple tracks on here, and this is the find of the day. Yeah, this is the kind of thing that I long to find at a price that I can afford. These artists, from Fred Frith to Sunn O to Anthony Braxton, and all having tracks on one album. This is fantastic. couple more I grabbed today from him. This one was a club single that I thought I remembered, but I got fooled. It's You and I, Pure. This is a bit disco-y, but I thought it was something, but it wasn't. This I got as a curiosity. It comes from, there's a big military base here in Omaha, in Bellevue, SAC. And so you do get a lot of product in through the thrift shops from people that have lived on base and moved. Here's one where it's a military, this album compiled exclusive for military personnel. Keith Jarrett and McCoy Tyner, Masters of the Piano. This is the At Ease series, of all things, put out by ABC Records. So, I'll even show the label. So this, to me, is kind of an interesting curiosity. I haven't played it yet. We'll see if... I can't tell by the titles. Okay, oh yeah, there's Treasure Island. Okay, so yeah, these are from some of the major releases. Nice curiosity. Keith Jarrett and McCoy Tyner on one album. Anytime you can get mainstream, be it rock or jazz, the mainstream label, I say when I can afford to get it, I get it. Barry Miles, White Heat. This is good stuff. Barry Miles. Haven't played it yet. John Abercrombie's on here. Warren Smith. Pat Martino. Victor Gaskin. Yeah. Good old mainstream. Mini thumbs up today. And I haven't played this yet, but this looks like this was a nice find. Yakub Adi. Master drummer from Ghana. Blema B. Children of the Ancients. This looks great. Thank you, Jesse. Haven't played this yet, but this looks like this is going to be good. A label that I don't have, some kind of small label. So I'll keep this one at this mark where I'm showing. This is some new music I got. Didn't get any word on Murphy yet. We're still waiting, you know. Man, 2 more weeks will be excruciating. I'll say it out loud. It's been excruciating already waiting, you know, looking in my mail every day for a notice on tracking, you know. But vinyl production is up, and so the wait is longer, you know. Still hoping to hear something about Murphy being on the way next week.